Hi, it's America's Beducator, Jeff Shire. Hey, do you think instruction manuals are for losers? Well, I used to think the same thing until I had to start learning how to program instruction manuals for power foundations. This stuff can be incredibly convoluted. So I thought I'd go through some instructions on how to program various power foundation bases. And on this video, I'm going to go over the Leggett and Platt Simplicity 3.0 Power Foundation. Come on, let's take a look. The remote control for the Leggett and Platt Simplicity 3.0 has quite a few different features, and I want to talk about the things that you can program on this. Now first off, let's talk about the pre-programmed positions. You have snore, zero gravity, memory 1, and memory 2. The snore and the zero gravity come pre-programmed from the factory, and right now I have the base at the zero gravity position from the factory. But let's say you don't like that position. Let's say that you want the foot to be a little bit lower for your zero gravity position. So let's lower the foot a little bit. Okay, that's exactly the way that I like it. And we want the zero gravity to represent the way we have it right now. So what you do is you press the set and the zero gravity together, and you'll hear the base chirped right there. The massage units went off, and then you can see the lights flashed on the remote control. Now when we hit the zero gravity, that's the position it's going to be at, what we set. And you can set this as many times as you like. We can do the same thing with the snore feature, and we can program in our own custom positions for memory 1 and memory 2. The procedure is the same. You would adjust the power base to the angles that you want, and then press the set button together with either the snore, memory 1, or memory 2, whatever you're trying to pre-program. So you'll have 4 different pre-programmed features that you can use right there. Another thing we can customize on this remote control is we can change it from press and hold to one touch. And what that means is from the factory, by default, the flat button, snore, zero gravity, memory 1, and memory 2 are all press and hold, meaning that you have to keep pressure on that button to get the power foundation to move. Some people find this inconvenient and they want to be able to just press the button and go. So in order to make that conversion, you have to press and hold the flat and the head plus button for 3 seconds. So let's do that right now. Once that happens, you'll hear the massage motors chirp on the power foundation base, and you'll see that the remote control unit, the lights went off and on. Now, if I hit the flat button once and let it go, you'll see that the base will adjust all the way to the flat position, and I don't have to hold everything down. So that's a nice way to change the convenience of this remote control. Sometimes you need to reaffiliate the remote control with the power base, and that's pretty simple to do. The first thing you do is you unplug your power foundation for 3 minutes. That clears the brain unit underneath the power base. And then once you plug it back in, you have 3 minutes to complete the following procedure. In order to reaffiliate things, what you're going to do is you're going to press the head up and the foot up together, and you're going to hold that for 3 seconds. The backlights flash, and that means that that was received by the brain. And then, to confirm that everything works, press the head up or the foot up button just to make sure that the product moves. Let's press the foot up button, and there we go. Press the head up button, and there we go. So now this remote control is reaffiliated with this power foundation base. Sometimes when you have 2 power foundations, you want to affiliate them to just a single remote control. For example, when you have 2 twin extra long bases underneath a single king mattress. And that's easy enough to do. The first thing that you do is you unplug both power foundations for at least 3 minutes to clear the computer underneath the unit, and then plug in just one power foundation base. Then you have 3 minutes to initialize the reprogramming for the remote. To do that, we press the head up and the foot up button, and we hold that together for 3 seconds. The remote control blinks off and on. That means that that remote control is now affiliated with that other base. Then plug in the second base. Now you have 3 minutes in order to reprogram this remote control to be affiliated with that base. Repeat the same procedure. Press the head up and the foot up for 3 seconds. The lights will go off and on. And now this remote control is set to operate both bases. But the final step to confirm everything is that you need to press the foot up or the head up button to make sure that they both operate together. And we can see that this one is moving right now. And then to get them to work in unison, we recommend hitting the flat button, and that will get them both to a starting position that's even when they adjust up and down. Now sometimes when you have one power foundation base, you want to have two remote controls operating that base. Maybe you each want to have your own remote control on the nightstand. And again, that's a simple procedure. The first thing you do is unplug the power foundation base for at least 3 minutes to clear the brain, and then you plug it back in, and then you have 3 minutes to complete the following procedures. To affiliate the first remote control with that base, press and hold the head and the foot up buttons for 3 seconds. The remote control goes off and on to show that it's been connected to the brain, and you need to put that remote control down. Don't touch it again, otherwise you're going to screw up this procedure. Then let's take the second remote control, and I have that one right here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to press and hold the head and the foot up for 3 seconds. The remote control flashes off and on, and now this one is also affiliated with that same base. And then to finalize things, you need to test it. So this is the second remote control. You can press either the head up or the foot up to confirm that it works. Let's press the foot up. Okay, this one works for that base. Now let's take the other remote control and let's try the head up on that one. That one's working as well. So now we have two remote controls affiliated to the same base. Sometimes you may have a situation where you have two power foundation bases and you want two remote controls to be able to control both power foundation bases. So what you do is at the same time unplug both power foundation bases and then together plug in both power foundation bases at the same time, and now you have 3 minutes to complete this pairing process. So once they're both plugged in, with remote control number 1, press the head up and the foot up, hold that for 3 seconds. You'll see the remote control goes off and on. That means that this one has been paired. Put that first remote control down. Then we're going to grab the second remote control, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to press the head up and the foot up together. The remote control goes off and on. So that means that this one has been paired. And then we're going to test everything to make sure that it works. We have to make sure that we do this. So let's do the foot up button on this one. That adjusts up and down, so let's set that one down. And then if we take the other remote control, let's test it by doing the heads up. Press that, and the head goes up on this base. So now you'll have two remote controls operating two power foundation bases.